This is Solid Shepard bringing you another video. And today we are talking about the Archon quest with Baal. More on that in a second. Don't spoil it for people if they haven't played the game. I know. Or they haven't played the story quest yet. But the second part of her Archon quest. I recently finished it last weekend. I finally had time to kind of come sit down and make this video. I kind of want to talk about my thoughts on it. So first of all, let's just say this at first. If you have not beaten all the story Archon quests up to this point of the date of this video that are out, that exist, come back to this video once you do. There's spoilers. There's going to be spoilers. This is the nature of the video. I don't want to spoil you. This is your spoiler warning. Alright. 3, 2, 1. That should have been enough time to get out of the video. Okay, so now we can actually talk about it. Let's address the elephant in the room. La Signora. Tectone and people like him probably aren't gonna like my answer here, but dude, I was so happy to see that evil woman. I almost said the B word. That evil woman dead. Dude, first of all, what she did to Venti, okay? What she did to Venti was BS. I didn't like it. I hated her from the first time I saw her. She was hot. She looked hot. But there's a lot of hot characters in the game. Okay, Eula's hot. You know, now that people who will be spoiled are not here, I can say her actual name. A is hot. So, there we go. So there's... Yeah, so I didn't like her whenever she did Venti that way. And then the whole Zhongli thing, I feel like they kind of manipulated him. You can tell she was really behind at like a lot of the stuff that was going on with the whole Liyue situation. So I just never really liked her. And then whenever I knew she was going to be there, but when I saw her trying to, you know, mess with Raiden Shogun, well, I was like, yeah, let's fight her. Let's finally fight her. And then we were able to finally fight her. And, oh my god. Like, I only have one team right now. I have been really lazy. I played since day one. I've been really lazy with the game. I'm working to correct all that. But I have one main team that's not even all the way leveled up. But I was out-leveled. I was higher level than the content. So I was like a good 10 or 11 levels above what it was giving me the recommended content based on my current world level whenever I went and did it. And her fight was still frustrating because when you do in the ice phase, your characters are constantly getting the cold debuff, and whenever you do the fire stage, you're constantly getting the heat debuff. So that was annoying to have to fight, plus try to deal with the mechanics of her boss fight. I hated that. I don't know whose idea it was to do that. It was so annoying. Okay? It was so annoying. But, you know, whatever. I died a few times. And the annoying thing about that fight is when you die, you have not only do you have to, because it doesn't heal your characters whenever you decide to quit and be outside the boss fight. So you either have to use items, or if you don't want to use items, you have to go all the way to an Archon statue. Right? And then you heal, then you have to go back in, and then you have to go through all these the unskippable cutscenes again, just to start the fight again. So it took me a few times. I was frustrated to all heck by the time that fight was over, and I finally beat her. When I finally beat her, man, it was like, oh yeah, we did it. I was so ready to see her dead. It might be an unpopular opinion. I really don't care if we don't get to play as her. I was just glad to see her dead. I was glad to see her defeated once and for all, quote unquote. There are some theories that she might actually not be completely dead. She might come back, which is possible. I'm not holding out my breath for it, though, because she did kind of just explode in the fire. That could mean she's actually dead, or she's not actually dead, depending on what you believe. I'm not here to speculate. I hope she's actually dead. I would not be surprised if they do bring her back. Although they might not bring her back. And it might come down to, like, you remember when Rosaria came out and they nerfed her boobs. They made him smaller because they were worried about clipping issues. Bro, they were probably looking at that cape they gave her, and they were like, yeah, we're not animated that. We're gonna kill her off. We didn't think about that, so we're just gonna kill her off. That's honestly probably why. That's honestly probably what happened. To be completely honest with you. So I don't think she's coming back, but she might. You never know. You know, it's a video game in a fantasy world. You know, you don't know. So let's talk about Baal. Obviously, the realization was that Baal is actually not Baal. The actual original Archon, Electro Archon, was not her. We knew that from Zhongli, but what we didn't know is it kind of was her actually also. So we thought like she had supplanted the old Archon, but it turns out that's not really the case. So like her sister was Baal. Her name is A, spell E-I. Her name was A, and I guess her sister died somehow in the promotional cutscene when you see her like reaching out to what looks like a peaceful version of herself. That's actually her sister. So she acted kind of as her sister's double for anything that was combat related, and she was basically like the combat version. So she'd come out and give people the stern talking to about where their protection money's at. Basically, she was like the warrior side of the Raiden Shogun. But then after her sister died and all her friends died, as seen in the cutscene, she didn't want to degrade any further, have any more erosion of the soul or whatever, which is what Zhongli kind of alluded to himself after so long of being the Geo Archon, and that's why he wanted to get away. So she created basically a clone of herself. She created a clone of herself, and that is the Raiden Shogun. So that clone is not Baal. Baal is no longer with us. Did she just leave, or did she die? I'm not sure. A lot of this information you can't even find out if you don't go to what was her name? The fox lady, Yaimiko. I think it was it Yaimiko? I think that's the right name. Don't shoot me if it's wrong. But yeah, the pink lady. So you find this out from her. So if you don't spend the time to go to her, if you just skip all the dialogue options and just continue on your way, you'll miss a lot of this. So even if you have beaten it, you're like, where did you hear all this? That's where it was. So yeah, Baal is not with us anymore. We don't know if she's dead. She just left. If they did mention what actually happened to her and I'm just not thinking of it, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But basically, she's not with us anymore. So the current Raiden Shogun is actually basically a golem. Basically, it's like a meat robot. She basically made a copy of herself, and she gave it a directive, and that directive is to pursue eternity. And then she took her consciousness and put it in her weapon, and she basically just is in that weapon in a world of her own creation, kind of similar to the whole teapot thing in the game, the player housing. And she basically just sits there and meditates forever until something catches her eye, which the player character did, obviously. And so that essence inside that weapon is her. That is I, or A. I keep on wanting to say I, but A. They pronounce it in the game, it's A. So that's A right there inside the weapon. The one that you usually see all the time that's like no emotions, that's just Raiden Shogun. She doesn't really have a name. We also found out Scaramouche is a male version of that. She attempted to make a male version, and it didn't quite work out, and the Fatui got their hands on it, and that's what Scaramouche is. So Scaramouche is basically a male Raiden Shogun that's become twisted by the Fatui. So there you go. So when everyone's saying, and that, just so you know, outside of this video, I'm still going to refer to her as Baal, at least for a while, because anyone who hasn't gotten around to doing the quest is not going to know that that's actually A, and Baal is gone. They're not going to know that. That's a spoiler. So I'm still going to call him Baal. And a lot of your favorite YouTubers, if you're wondering why they're still calling him Baal, that's probably why. It's because they don't want to spoil people. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty interesting. I really liked the kind of resolution. You find out that A really had no idea a lot of the stuff that was going on. So she's redeemed a little bit. And yeah, I mean, like, I mostly liked it. One thing I didn't like, those flying mini games in the quests. Can we stop that? Can we stop trying to steal game mechanics from Superman 64, one of the worst games ever made? Can we please just... dude, that was when after you set the fireworks off and you had to run away from the statue. That was so annoying. Oh my gosh. I couldn't stand it, dude. Oh. Yeah, that was annoying. The trainer, the Raiden Shogun trainer, when you were training the fighter, dude, that was annoying. Some of those attacks I felt like just weren't completely undodgeable. It's embarrassing how many times I had to retry that section. That was annoying. Other than that, though, you had the, I forget the guy's name, when you were working with the Resistance, you know who I'm talking about. The one that you end up using the delusion. That was sad. Like, I emotionally kind of cared about that character, so that was pretty well written. Yeah, I mean, the story part was really, really good. The only gripes I could have is really the Superman, not Mario, not Super Mario, the Superman 64 mechanics with the flying and the side quests. And yeah, that's really about it. As far as the actual story, the writing goes, I thought it was really good. I thought it was very well executed. Made you care about these characters, made you care about what's going on. Now we're just waiting for, you know, to go to the next new patch of land, I guess. The next big update. And I need to start working on my my Raiden Shogun, because I ain't done much on her. I'm still leveling her up. I'm trying to unlock that electrical island right now, so I can actually start getting her materials. Because there's just one material, the little pink fruit thing or whatever, for their first level her up from 20 up to the next level. I don't have any of those because they're only on that island. So, you know, I'm waiting on that right now. But once I got that unlocked, it's grind, see if we can build her up. And I'll probably be doing some of that in live stream. So if you're enjoying my content, please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, kick your up, stay a while. I plan on doing live streams when I can. And yeah, we'll get on it. And if you know, we'll also do some variety stuff as well as if there's new games that pique my interest, I'll want to live stream all that stuff too. Yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, this has been Solid Shepard, and until next time, I should go.